All right, so I was recording and I think I lost the recording. So, yeah, I don't really remember. Oh, well, I'll try to summarize what I said. So, first thing of the day, look at, here is, well, let me do that. Here is the E-mini. Uh, you can look at the SPY, you can look at the E-mini, it's all the same. I prefer to talk in terms of the E-mini just because it's just easier. It's because of the it's 4 ticks instead of 10 ticks. 1 point is 4 ticks rather than 10 cents being one scalp. So first and foremost, let me put on the session break. So first bar of the day, we had, well, I'll do it like this. So oh well, good enough. Actually, let me fix something real quick. Oh well. All right, so first bar of the day, 20% chance it's the high of the day. Just as 1 of 5 days is 20% chance on any day. In other words, 1 out of 5 days, you get the high or low of the day on the first bar. Good follow through, bar two. Another bar, another bar, another bar. Probably sellers above, but still not below the bottom of this trading range. Possible bad follow through, which we've got. Probably second leg up. So probably sellers above this bar, sellers above here. Low one short. Probably an okay short, but may need to stop up here. Again, bad follow through, starting to form a tight trading range. However, not a great stop entry buy for a second entry, probably sellers above. And if it failed to trigger, it led to this big bear bar, follow through bar. Looks like we're going a little bit lower, probably below the low of yesterday. We have a double bottom right here. So you may have to think that we'll get a measured move from the open to this close of the breakout, or a measured move of this double bottom. So big bear bar, but below yesterday's low, bad follow through. Near the 60-minute moving average, which is this line. Measure move down from this tight trading range, or you can say measure move down from a double, break below a double bottom or a double top. The measure move down. Big bear bar, but notice this. So look at these bars. Each one's big. Big bear bar, another big bear bar. But the context is bad. Big gap up. Big up, big down. 50% pullback. Odds favor more sideways to down, which we got sideways for 10, 15 bars and then rallied. However, this is bad context, but great bars. Here, why didn't we get these 3 bars right here? Well, that's because it's the sign the bears are not strong. They look strong, 2 legs down, but it's a trading range. Large 2-legged pullback, leg 1, pullback, leg 2. So on a higher time frame, this might just be a second entry buy, maybe on a 60-minute chart. So don't be surprised if this gets reversed. However, tight channel, first reversal may be minor. I want to point out, notice all these bars, even this bull breakout sideways, bad follow through. Big bear bar, bad follow through. Another big trend bar, but tail below, bad follow through. Big trend bar right here, but the follow through bar is a big tail closing in the middle. Another big bear bar, but tail, terrible follow through. So you got to wonder, that's trading range price action. Traders are not willing to sell strength, they're buying strength. In other words, strength is these big bear trend bars. They're not selling them, they're buying into the close. They're selling the close, and as the bar goes down, they're buying into the close. They're selling this close, but hesitating. It's still too strong to, I wouldn't buy Some bulls that trading range will buy here, buy more lower. They'll buy this low, buy more lower, buy this low, more lower, buy this low, more lower. Reasonable stop entry betting on the low of the day. However, first low may be minor. Decent entry bar, decent follow through, but small inside bar. You have to be suspicious and may need to form a double bottom before we rally. Just as big trend bar, bad follow through. What do you think this is going to be? Big trend bar, bad follow through. So arguably, depending on how you look at it, you can call it, it's basically 2 legs up. And first target's, here's kind of a triangle type trading range. One target is the high of this bar and these lows, which we just got to. Looks like a trading range. Big down, big up, big confusion, probably sideways. Why? We need big trend bars. If we get consecutive bars like this, I'll change my mind, but we're not getting that. So second entry short, so we have a low 2, low 1, pullback low 2, and then a second entry of the low 2. However, not a great bar, lots of sideways, big bear bar, but tail on the bottom. Another bear bar, good, but we may just fall below this low and fail to go below here. And even if we go below here, probably buyers. So strong enough sell-off, probably at least second leg, so I would not buy this bar. Plus big tail on top, not really a great buy. Here's a low 1 short, but just as what happened over here, this is all a trading range, sideways for a lot of bars. Not really a great low 1 short, though we will probably test this low close. It was reasonable to sell this close, so traders will sell this close, use a wide stop somewhere up here, sell more higher, get out, break even. I'll just, for example's sake, there's the low close, roughly, maybe a tick or 2 off. So look, traders are buying when price gets close to this low close. And then another low 1 short, but quickly found buyers, forming a double bottom. Credible buy for the low of the day, but probably better to put your stop below here. Tight channel, so again, may have to go sideways. Decent entry bar. You can call it a low 1 short, you can call it a double top. It really doesn't matter. I would not sell below this. It was a credible all the way. Most of your bears, most swing bears, or any bear would get out above this bar, 75. I know some traders would, in fact. Okay, so I forgot where I left off. I had to pause the video for a little bit. Overall, strong enough breakout, probably sellers above. Bad stop entry for high 2 buy, failed to trigger. Bear breakout, follow through, but breaking below the trading range, failed breakout. Bad for the bulls. Disappointed bears will probably get out below. Some will scale in higher, as they did over here, and scalp out over here. One thing that's important to notice is, let me go with Facebook. Better explain it. So, Facebook. Trading range. Disappointment. Well, I'll start with 2 things, because I want to talk about this. Huge bar. Huge bar means bad risk reward. When you think about it, 1-to-1 risk reward is bad. It's not great. It's bad. It's bad risk reward. So you need high probability. When you're risking this much, this is a pretty big bar compared to the left. To give you an idea, it's here. I don't really want to do it like that. I'll do it like, here we go. Here's the bar. I had to change trade station, therefore everything, my settings are gone. Here we go. Maybe this one. There we go. Perfect. So I want to make it green. I can do that. Hopefully this will work. We'll try that. We'll just mount it, and then that'll probably work. It's good enough. Yeah, perfect. So, this bar's huge. Just to give you an idea. Anyways, If you're buying, stop down here. A 1-to-1 risk reward is terrible. Therefore, if you're buying above, it's bad risk reward. You really should not buy. That's why traders will, instead of buying here, they'll buy a 50% pullback. So, anyways, going back to the SPY, look at this breakout. So we had a tight channel, broke below these lows. However, there's forming gaps. These close, these lows. These close, well, gap here, small gap here. And eventually this channel's so tight, it squeezes bears and the bears give up. Very strong breakout, probably going a little bit higher. And, strong breakout on a higher time frame. This is a retest. This gap probably going to stay open and we're probably going to get up to here. I don't have long to talk because I lost, the video messed up earlier, and this is kind of my second attempt, and I'm kind of planning to already be done. But overall, all the trend bars today had bad follow through. Trend bar, big bar, sideways for a couple bars. Big bar, sideways. Big bar had follow through, but why the big tail below here? And, fairly disappointing. So whole point really is big trend bars are getting bad follow through. Big bear, sideways. Breakout bar, sideways. Big bear bar, but why not a second big bar? Look at these bars. Big bear bar, another big bear bar, another big bear bar. Strong, in general, probably going lower. But what do you recognize about this price action? Why did we go sideways to up? Well, we had a huge gap. So remember, surprise bars are require tests. They are, the market constantly needs reassurance. You hear Al say that all the time. And anything that is a surprise, generally traders like to see a retest because it'll help decide what will happen. So measuring gaps, exhaustion gaps, they all have a retest, and the retest kind of dictates what's going to happen. So easy example, breakout. We broke below the low of this bar right here. Terrible bar, quickly closed the gap. Well, weak breakout, probably exhaustion, maybe a bull trend, but probably not a bear trend at that point. Probably going to go sideways for many bars. Strong bull bar, follow through. Here's the breakout point. Look at the reversal attempt, aka the retest couldn't even get close. Therefore, probably a measuring gap. We got a measuring gap. Even over here, breakout. Arguably, really not any good gaps. Maybe a gap at this, the close of this bar, highs of these bars, but not so great. Over here, strong, but it's a retest of over here. So really, you can make the argument, it's a, maybe a measure move up, which it was, but that's all it really was. Compare that to Facebook. Look at this, where's the retest? 1 bar. So strong breakout, failed to retest over here, probably going higher. If you want more of an explanation, just comment below and mention something about mention surprise bars. Hey, could you explain more about surprise bars? You said they constantly need retest. Or, hey, you mentioned that all of your, all the breakouts today had bad follow through. Can you explain that a little further? Well, sure. And I'll be happy to. But, one thing I find interesting, happens a lot. I often wonder, sell off 5 consecutive bars, but rather, it's a micro channel. It's strong, don't get me wrong. But it's kind of weak. Tail and bottom, inside bar, strong bar closing on its low, but then you get a big bar, with the big tail, it's hesitating in a new low of this trading range, sideways. When you get weaker breakouts, they have more disappointing pullbacks. Very strong, strong outside down bar, but, why couldn't we get this for a follow-through bar or an entry bar? Why couldn't this bar be the same as this bar or this bar? It wasn't. Sign of weakness. Traders will, they're going to buy. They bought this trading range. They'll buy more here. I often wonder. So very often, when you get in a day that breaks below the prior day and reverses up quickly like so with the strong signal bar, you always have to wonder if it's a second leg trap. Leg one, pullback leg two, and you just race to the upside. It's always possible, but it's low probability because its risk reward is great. Therefore, the probability is lower, but it's a reasonable trade. Most you hear Al people give Al a lot of flack about his stop entries that he does in the trading course. He writes up all these stop entries at the end of the day. Buy above here, sell below here, sell this close, sell below here, sell below here, buy above here, sell below here, buy above here, buy above here, buy here, sell here, buy here. Sell here, buy, and they say, Al, these are all low probability trades. You never take them in the trading room. Well, sure, because think about it. You're going to make more money buying below this bar, scaling in, and scalping out. Al's just showing reasonable stop entries. He would mention this being a reasonable stop entry. Anyways, back to my point. You had a strong entry bar. What I find interesting is this happens a lot, where you ever wonder why we went sideways right here, and why couldn't this strong bar be the, this bar right here? Why couldn't this bar be, in other words, why couldn't 1015 be the bar of 1010? In other words, at the close of 955, why couldn't we get a bar like 1015 right here after this bar? Well, it'd be 3 large consecutive bull bars. I think that would have changed the characteristic. The market will often do something, it'll be close, but not enough. In other words, the bulls are saying, yeah, it's probably always in long, probably a second leg, but it may just form a trading range. Well, if we would have gotten this bar right after, it would have further increased the chances of a give up situation like this. However, this is just a retest of 50%. So, and that's often what happens. You get these big bars outside down, and traders think, the trader's thinking, oh my gosh, we're going lower. They're right. Some traders will say, yeah, we're probably going lower, but how much lower are we really going? Maybe we'll just test down to here and turn up. And they'll say, yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's a small bar. It's disappointing. We're probably just going a little bit lower, so I'll just scale in lower. Rather than on Facebook, where we had that 3-bar rally and went a lot higher. So this kind of confirms to traders saying, yeah, it's probably just going to be a trading range. I could sell up here and get out around here. Kind of like over here, what's the subtle difference over here? Well, same thing. Traders are saying, yeah, we're kind of disappointed. We're not getting strong bull bars, kind of looking like trading range, double bottom, but no real great reason to get out. We're trying to form bear flag. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a bull breakout. Well, you formed a gap here, another gap here, and then you got a breakout. Well, that's because bears are not making money. And then we have more gaps, except this one closed, which confirms to traders, hey, probably just going to form a trading range. So anyways, comment below if you have questions. This is really all the time I have. And comment below. Comment below, and yeah, I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks.